Hey guys, what's up? Adrian here from Lodge TV. If you guys are a little confused by the title of this video, it is a brand new series that I've been working on for a little while now that is inspired by Hallowed Thrills Michael, if you guys know him. Me and him are good friends. We went to do multiple things together. It is inspired by his new Fantasyland series. And if you guys haven't checked those out, please go do so because he did a great job in going into detail for everything. And he goes out there and puts out great content for you guys. So if you guys could do me a huge favor, go subscribe to my boy because he deserves it. Now in this series, we're going to be talking about rebuilding Universal Orlando. Before we move into this, please do me a favor and subscribe if you already haven't done so. And comment down below some things you would like to do to Universal to make it your perfect theme park. Now, with all that being said, roll the intro. Now, the land we're going to deal with today is Woody Woodpecker's KidZone. This land has been around since 1999, and it was just a simple retheme to the area that was already existing. Of course, they had the Bates Motel there, they had the Hard Rock Cafe, but they knocked those down to make space for Curious George Goes to Town and A Day in the Park with Barney. In addition to those two attractions slash whatever you want to call them, they also had Animal Actors Live, E.T., and Fievel's Playland. Now, if you guys know anything about me, you know that I love E.T. So when I was concepting this video down, I was sitting there and thinking, how can I give E.T. some love and keep E.T. there, but also retheme the entire area to accommodate for E.T. So it got me thinking. There is no land in any Universal theme park that is dedicated to Mr. Steven Spielberg. So the idea of Amblin Adventures was born. Now to start off this, we're getting rid of all the KidZone. Everything behind that red line that's there in front of E.T., gone. Just demolished. Flat land. So that means no more Animal Actors, no more KidZone Pizza, no more SpongeBob SquarePants, no more Fievel, no more Curious George, no more Barney, no more Woody Woodpecker. Got it? Good. So I figure I'd start this with the big idea that I had, which is going to be taking place from where Fievel starts all the way back to Curious George, just to give you an idea size-wise. And that also includes the width, so getting rid of Barney and, well, they're already getting rid of, but location of Barney and location of Woody Woodpecker's Nut House Coaster. All of this land is what will be dedicated to this attraction. This attraction is Back to the Future, the ride. But it is not Back to the Future, the ride that we love. It'll be one that we will grow to love. Hear me out. This is going to be a coaster that will be designed by Intamin. And it will break all kinds of numbers for Universal, because you know how anytime a new attraction comes out, everyone wants to break numbers and make it like the best, or however so. This is going to be one of the fastest rides at Universal Orlando and one of the tallest, if not the tallest. So the facade for this attraction is going to be the clock tower. You guys know that famous clock tower that at night will have projection mapping to make it seem as if it's getting struck by lightning. See what I did there? Next, parked out front, you're going to have the DeLorean and the train that are already parked over there in front of Springfield. They're going to be brought over and placed in front. Now, as for the queue of this attraction, you're going to be walking through Doc's basically memories. Not his memories, but like memories from the movies. So you're going to see the sports almanac. You're going to see the suits that were worn. You're going to see Marty's Nike mags, his Air mags. Yeah, you sneakerheads, I know what they're called. And you're just going to see everything from this movie. Well, movies. Now, after walking through this hall of like memories and all these things from the past movies, you're going to walk in on Doc and Einstein cleaning up a DeLorean. Now, this is going to be done the same way that they did the pre-show room for Hagrid's Magical Creature Motorbike Adventure, where you basically think you see the characters right there working. So you're going to see them, and Doc's going to tell you he needs your help to fix the timeline. Things have gone out of whack. He's designed this 16-passenger DeLorean that fits two people in a row, and he needs your help. Everything has gone crazy back in 2015, back in 1955, and back in 1985. Doc needs you to help him to get everything back to normal. This coaster is going to be similar to King Ka, not in the same height realm. However, it's going to be 121 feet tall, meaning that it will be representing the 1.21 gigawatts needed to go to the future. And then there will also be a top speed of 88 miles per hour, because as you know, that DeLorean needs to hit 88 in order to time travel. As for the launches on said coaster, there will be 4. One sending you to 2015, one sending you to 1985, one sending you to 1955, and one for you to come back to present day. Now I know what you're thinking, we don't have the footprint for this. This is a very big area of land. This coaster will be based on speed, and it's not gonna have any inversions. I know, you're kind of sad, but this is just gonna be a speed coaster. Next on the list, we have what is replacing SpongeBob SquarePants and KidZone Pizza. No, it's not a restaurant. No, it's not a store. This is something that I feel like needed to be done at Universal. It's never been done before. At least not recently, and not to this extent. I want there to be a museum dedicated to Universal called the Universal Experience. The Universal Experience is going to be something very similar to the NBC Universal Experience that was over in Universal Studios Hollywood. The main difference between the NBC Universal Experience and the Universal Experience will be that the Universal Experience is going to be divided into 3 different genres. First, we're going to have movies and TV show props. In here, you will be able to see props from movies, outfits that were worn, scripts, storyboards, anything, and it will be from animation all the way up to action. All types of movie props, all types of TV show props, anything you could think of, old and new, will be placed in here. That's the only place that'll be similar to the NBC Universal Experience. The main differences come in the next 2 rooms that will be on the 2nd floor, because this will be a 2-floor experience. On the 1st floor, you will have the queue room and movies and TV show props. On the 2nd floor, you're going to have theme park props, or theme park history. That's what we're going to call it. This 2nd room will be the largest of the 3. It will feature massive sets. Well, not sets. It will feature massive props from attractions. The Jaws animatronic from Jaws the Ride. The Kong photo op that was at the end of Confrontation, ride vehicles from Back to the Future, and many more. We also have scripts that were used for queue videos, concept art for attractions, and everything of that nature, which I think is a pretty cool thing, and Universal should really try to do something similar to this. The 3rd and final room will feature 3 tribute store-esque type of rooms. The 1st room will be dedicated to Mardi Gras, having a parade float from Mardi Gras, along with beads hanging from the ceiling with a history of Mardi Gras. You will also be able to purchase food in the history of Mardi Gras location, including jambalaya and everyone's favorite, beignets. Then we have the history of Halloween Horror Nights. The Halloween Horror Nights room will feature a mini type of house, but it won't be a house, it'll just be a walkthrough that you see the types of scares that they use. Basically a boo hole or a Pepper's Ghost effect, but you'll be able to see it from behind, which is, I think, is pretty cool to see that. And it'll give you stories behind original concept houses, things like Carrie, Ohio, body collectors, and things like that. And then the final room in this in this tribute store-esque will be Christmas. And in here you will see Santa and the Grinch, which will both be meetable characters, so you'll be able to meet them year-round. Now, they'll never both be out at the same time. They both have their own set times, but These two characters will be out for meet and greets throughout the year, which I think is cool because there's families that can't get out there during Christmas and they won't be able to see Santa Claus, they won't be able to see the Grinch. And I feel like everyone should be able to have this opportunity. That is the Universal experience. And now for the final thing that we're going to add to Amblin Adventures, it is going to be Lights, Camera, Action, hosted by Steven Spielberg. Now, if you've heard this attraction before, it is because it exists in 2 Universal parks already. That's right, 2. Universal Studios Japan and Universal Studios Singapore. However, this is going to be a brand new version of this attraction. We are going to place a soundstage that is almost identical to the ET soundstage across from ET. So it looks like you're going into a backlot. The Amblin backlot. Amblin backlot. This attraction will take you behind the scenes of a movie. Basically giving you that disaster, earthquake, or twister feel that you lack to see at Universal anymore. Granted, we have it with the Born Stuntacular. I feel like Universal needs more of these, putting you into the movie type of attractions that the park was like built upon. The only difference between this Lights, Camera, Action and the one from Japan or Singapore is that the pre-show portion will just be Spielberg telling you about his past movies and telling you how some of those effects were made. And he's telling you that he's making a brand new film and he wants you, the guests, to all be featured in it. Similar to how you were featured in Disaster or Earthquake, you guys are going to be the star of this one. And for the queue line, you're going to walk past a bunch of movie posters and you're going to be able to read up on the history. Then you're going to meet up with Steven Spielberg's right-hand person. And they're going to need you to help them pick someone to fit the role of the hero and the villain. And then throughout the entire attraction, you're going to see a whole story unfold. And by the end, you will learn a lot of the movie industry. And I just think we need that at Universal again. With all that being said, that has been Rebuilding Universal, Part 1, Episode 1. This is going to be a mini-series. It's not going to be a super long series. I think I have about 8 episodes planned. If you guys like it, please give me a thumbs up. Comment down below which park section you want me to do next. Either Hollywood, New York, World Expo. The only thing I'm not changing, I'll let you guys know right now, is Diagon Alley. Only because I feel like Diagon Alley is perfectly fit there. Because say if I were to do Rebuilding Islands of Adventure, I would have to change Hogsmeade. And I feel like that will be crazy for both. So I'm leaving Diagon Alley in case I end up doing Islands down the road. I don't have to change Hogsmeade. So whichever land you guys want me to do next, comment down below and I'll try to do it for you. Subscribe if you already haven't done so. And stay excellent, my dudes.